right, this breaking news, we're learning that some members of President Trump's advance team for tonight's rally in Tulsa, Oklahoma have tested positive for COVID-19. Let's go back to Tulsa and CNN's Abby Phillip. What are you learning?
Hey, Frederica. Well, we just learned that these are 6 staffers who have been here in Tulsa for the last several days preparing for this rally are positive for the coronavirus. I want to quickly explain what advance staffers are. They come in days before a presidential event. They scope the site. They figure out where everything is supposed to go and happen before the event. Now, 6 of those individuals have tested positive, and I'll read the statement from the Trump campaign on what happened. The campaign communications director says, per safety protocols, campaign staffers are tested for COVID-19 before events. 6 members of the advance team tested positive out of hundreds of tests performed, and quarantine measures were immediately implemented. No COVID positive staffer or anyone in immediate contact will be at today's rally or near attendees and elected officials. As previously announced, all rally attendees are given temperature checks before going through security, at which point they are given wristbands, face masks, and hand sanitizer. So again, as we've been discussing, those precautions are being taken, but the question is, will attendees wear masks, which we know, according to the scientists and doctors and health experts, will slow the spread of this virus. It is not clear. The campaign still says they will not enforce mask wearing inside that arena. Fred?
And of course, you know, we still need detail of prior to this positive COVID testing, what the behaviors and practices were of these individuals. Is there any belief that we'll get that kind of information?
It's not clear, but as you said, it's a critical question. Were these staffers wearing masks around each other as they scoped the site, as they walked around Tulsa? The problem for all of this is that it only takes one person to spread the virus to, innumerable other people that they come in contact with, especially if they're not taking precautions. We simply don't know. We'll be asking the campaign to answer that question. But if the campaign or if the White House staff is any indication as they go about their day-to-day lives on the White House compound, and based on what they've said they will do when they come to this rally, White House staffers have said some of them are not going to be wearing masks. So it is an open question whether these staffers who've been in this city probably for several days now have been wearing masks in their routine interactions with other people.
Right. Among those who said, they wouldn't wear a mask or anything like that was the White House press secretary, Kayleigh McEnany. She was pretty emphatic that, it's her choice and she's not going to. But I wonder if news of these, positive cases now will change that approach, within a matter of hours or minutes. I mean, the vice president is already close to being en route, correct?
He is, and in addition to that, they're presumptively going to be engaged in contact tracing for these individuals. Every one of these people might have had contacts with dozens of people within the campaign, outside of the campaign. Can they do that in enough time to ensure that no one who had contact with those people are anywhere near this event, anywhere near individuals who will be coming to this event? It's a tall order. It's also not clear, I should say, when they learned of these positive tests. We learned about it today via a statement, but it's not clear when the campaign did. That matters because how much time they've had to figure this out will matter. We are 5 or 6 hours away from when events are going to start getting underway here. If it was today, that's a short period of time for them to do all that tracing per the statement that we got from the campaign.
Right. Oh, incredible. Well, what an incredible reality check just now, hours before this event gets underway with the president on the stage. But again, the doors have already opened. We saw people beginning to file inside that arena. Abby Phillip in Tulsa, thank you so much. Let's talk more about all of this. Joining me now is Anne Ramoan, epidemiology professor and global health director at UCLA. All right, good to see you. So, Abby brings up some incredible points there. We're talking about, when were these positive tests discovered? Has there been enough time to conduct any kind of tracing? And what were the behaviors and the practices of at least the 6 who have tested positive who were part of the advance team? What questions do you have?
Fred, I think you're asking all the right questions. We all really would like to know, who are these people? Where have they been? Exactly who they've been in contact with? Were they taking precautions? When did they arrive in Tulsa? You know, testing you're not going to test positive the first day that you become infected. In fact, the probability of testing positive is very low within the first 5 to 7 days of being infected. So the fact that these people are positive today is only reflective of what their exposure was a week to 2 weeks previous, and that's
So in
why we
other
always
words, they
have trouble
could have
with the
been,
data.
sorry to interrupt, so just it means too that they could have been asymptomatic for a number of days, coming into contact with people before this positive test, if it was today or yesterday or whenever it was rendered.
Absolutely. And it's unclear whether or not you test positive if the day or two before that, if you are infectious, because we do know about this issue of being pre-symptomatic, then having symptom, a couple days before you have symptoms, you were very contagious. But this is a really big question of when you test positive, have you been contagious or not prior to that test positive? Because we don't know that these people actually have had symptoms. We just know that they've tested positive.
Are you surprised, too, that we would even learn that there would be a statement coming out, from the White House on its advance team, that they would even reveal that these 6 have tested positive when the White House has been, really so brazen and defiantly telling the world that they don't want to wear masks and that it's up to you, and that people are being asked to sign waivers, come to this rally at your own risk?
Fred, there's so many things that surprise me. This is one of a long list. So yes, I think that it's very interesting and intriguing that they have actually let us know that there are people that are positive, and I wonder what the impact will be. I think that this should be a stark warning to people that people are testing positive, and that this should be very seriously considered. We all have great fear as to what is going to be happening in this particular event that is forthcoming,
Yeah.
with thousands and thousands of people in this arena.